The story began through the eyes of Sarah, a brave journalist and researcher in a small town, investigating the mysterious disappearances that had been plaguing their community. She quickly identified a common link: the depths of the dark forest. The forest was the common ground for these enigmatic vanishings, and Sarah was determined to unveil its secrets. Gathering her friends Mark, Emily, John, and Lisa, all determined to solve the mysteries of this cursed forest, they embarked on a journey into its heart. Fear crept in as our heroes took their first steps toward the entrance of the ominous forest. As they reached the forest's gate, the daylight swiftly diminished and the atmosphere grew heavier. Sarah's camera recorded the forest's entrance, conveying a silent and unsettling ambience to the audience. As they ventured deeper into the forest, the silence was abruptly shattered. First, a faint, distant hum caught their attention, arousing their fears. Then, peculiar creatures, slowly moving and disappearing into the shadows, came into view. These creatures appeared as rapidly approaching and vanishing specters. Mark's camera managed to capture fleeting silhouettes of these eerie creatures, but their features remained elusive. Sarah, driven by curiosity, wanted to examine these paranormal entities up close and cautioned her friends to observe them. Sarah and Mark decided to approach and examine the creatures more closely. However, they were suddenly ambushed by the creatures' swift attack. Emily and John, their first friends who came to their aid, found themselves in the midst of the assault. Meanwhile, Lisa vanished into thin air. Mark struggled against the creature's deadly teeth and claws, while Emily fell victim to their attack. She vanished right before their eyes, screaming in terror. John fought valiantly to defend himself. Before succumbing to the creature's claws, he was swiftly carried away into the depths of the forest. His eyes locked with his friends one last time, silently pleading for help. Only two heroes remained, Sarah and Mark, determined to find Lisa and protect their town. They continued their perilous journey into the darkest corners of the forest. The camera closely followed their hazardous adventure, continuing through the depths of the dark forest. Sarah and Mark pressed on, dedicated to uncovering the secrets of the place where they had lost their friends. They had both committed themselves to understanding their town's mysteries and the reasons behind the disappearances. As they followed the tracks of the creatures, navigating through the forest's complex network of trees and dense undergrowth. The night grew darker, and the forest's silence became increasingly unsettling. Mark's camera failed to capture any more signs of the mysterious entities, but both Sarah and Mark remained resolute. In the late hours of the night, Sarah and Mark reached the deepest corners of the forest. Here, they discovered a clue that could potentially unlock the mystery of the creatures. The ruins of an ancient temple. This temple, they surmised, might hold the key to understanding the enigmatic beings. Approaching the entrance of the temple, they stepped inside, finding themselves in an eerie atmosphere. The walls were adorned with ancient symbols and inscriptions. The temple seemed like a place where the creature's curse and secrets were concealed. As they searched for the information they needed, To perform a ritual, Sarah and Mark felt the creature's presence as if they were being watched. Terrifying screams and strange sounds echoed through the temple's chambers, yet the heroes remained steadfast in their determination. Finally, they found the information required for the ritual and conducted an ancient ceremony within the temple's walls. During the ritual, the creature's anger and terror intensify. But Sarah and Mark pressed on to complete it. When the ritual concluded, silence fell upon the forest. The creature's claws and screams ceased. The curse had been lifted. Sarah and Mark had succeeded in protecting their town. However, victory came at a high cost. The pain of losing their friends still haunted them. Sarah and Mark had saved their town, but they had sacrificed much along the way. While the forest's mystery had been unraveled, the scars of the journey would forever remain on their souls. The town could be safe thanks to their bravery and determination. But this adventure had left an indelible mark on every moment of their lives. In the final scene, the camera showed Sarah and Mark deep within the forest, hinting that the forest still held many mysteries and potential dangers in the future. The film left the audience with a sense of lingering mystery as the terrifying adventure came to an end.